Good morning, everyone. So I can read the messages. Hey, thank you for your patience, Sadam. So let us begin with the today's session. So before we start, I would like to know for which course you're interested to enroll. You can ping in the chat box in meanwhile. Very quickly, guys, so we can start with our session. Okay, I can see many of you have enrolled for data analytics and few of them for business analytics as well. Okay. Okay. So let us begin. Before we start with any of our core topic, let me introduce you a little bit about CoachX. So basically, if you have done the research, let me again tell you our CoachX is a leading platform, okay, where it provides the online training. The trainings are the live trainings where you can interact with the trainer on a live platform. Okay, we also have the doubt solving sessions, so where you can interact with the industry experts and have your doubt resolved. Okay, then all the recordings will be provided to you after or within 24 hours of your session. There will be assignments for your evaluation, and ultimately there will be your job assistance program also. So overall, if you are going to see, okay, you have enrolled at a very correct place where you will be nurtured, you will be groomed in all the aspect in order to land a job into an IT field, or let's say a data field to be precise. Okay, so a quick introduction about myself. So I myself is Rushali, and overall, I have an experience of 3 years by now, including the experience of data analyst and including the experience of a trainer. So coming into this data field, it's like 3 years of experience. Again, coming from my background, I have completed a BE into an electrical field. Okay, so it is not a computer science field or an IT field. So I basically belong from an electrical field where I've done a job, or let's say a training into the electrical part, and then I have switched my career into this IT domain. Talking about the skills that I'll be teaching you. So in the data analytics course, I'll be taking your part, that is Tableau and Python. Okay, so here what we have for different modules, we have different expert. The subject expertise will teach you that particular technology, that particular tool. Okay, so now I'll not say the subject part like how we used to say in school. It is a technology or it is a tool. So every tool will be taught by different subject expert. And the certifications, so I have certifications in data science. I also take data science in coaches. So if ever you have upgraded your course to data science, I'll be the one teaching you that part. Other than that, I have also done many certifications like Tableau, Python, okay, etc. So if you have any doubt regarding any of your technical aspect, you can ask me. So that is a little bit introduction about CoachX and a little bit introduction about myself. Okay, so shall we make a quick go through, a quick introduction about you guys also? I'll quickly call out the names. and you guys start telling about yourself. So I will get to know from what all backgrounds you're. Let us start from Sadam. Sadam, very quickly introduce yourself. Like, tell me about your name, if you have any experience, or if you don't have experience, from what background you have done your bachelor's, and if you have experience, what is the industry that you're working in?
Yes, sure. Am I audible to you?
Yes, you're audible.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Myself Suddam Ansari. Uh, I have completed my graduation from mechanical engineering, and I have also switched my domain from mechanical to shipping and logistics. Currently, I am working in shipping and logistics domain, and I have an experience of 2.5 years.
Great,
So that's all
thank you
about
so
me.
much. So you basically belong from a logistic domain.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So thank you so much, Sadam. Let's go for the Deepak.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Deepak Parmato. I am from Dhanbad, Jharkhand. I have done my graduation, Bachelor of Business Administration, last year, 2021.
Okay.
Recently, I am working in a real estate in Bangalore as a sales associate. And I don't have experience, only 3 month experience. So we can't say I have experience. I am fresher like that.
Okay. Okay. So that's not an issue. We'll come to all of this aspect, all of this questions, all of your questions by the end of the session. So thank you so much. Let us go quickly to Dhaneshwar. Dhaneshwar, are you there? Okay, let's move to Kriti. Kriti Srivastava.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Preeti, and I completed my graduation in Bachelor's of Commerce, and I completed my MBA. It was General MBA, and now currently I am working as a technical recruiter for the last 1 year in UST Solutions. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Let's go to Madhavi. Madhavi, are you
Good
there?
morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Madhavi. I'm graduated in Bachelor's Computers and present I'm working as System Administrator in CCD in Infosys.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Let's go to Priyanka.
Hi, Rushali. Good morning. Hi, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I come from a computer science background, while I currently held an experience of 3 years. While for the last 2 years, I've been working with Myntra as a business partnership manager. That's all as an intro, right?
Okay, okay. So by now, like I got to know only 2 or 3 of them, or I guess only one of them was from computer science background. Okay. So let's go quickly to the next person, Mohit. Introduce yourself.
Hello, ma'am. My name is Mohit Singh, and I've just newly joined this course. Right now, I'm running my own business. It's an optical business from last 3 years. And
Great.
yeah, thank you.
Okay. So thank you so much. We have next as Sanjana.
Yeah, hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Sanjana Mane. I have completed my engineering in electrical and electronics, and I am into business. I have my franchisee of Aditya Birla Capital. It's all into finance.
Okay. So thank you so much. Let's go quickly to Vaishnavi.
मॉर्निंग मैम मैं समीर बात कर रहा हूँ एक्चुअली यस मैम
Okay.
सो हाँ तो सर मैं सिस्टम वो चेंज नहीं किया तो इसके लिए वो नाम वैष्णवी आ रहा है तो इसकी वजह से सो बेसिकली आई एम लिविंग इन थाने
Mhm.
and I have completed my graduation in TY BCom and I have experience of 12 years. And before that, I'm working in a automobile for the sales profile for the 3 years. And before that, I working in Air India as a ground staff in aviation sector.
Okay, that's
So
great. So I can say you have a diversified experience.
yes.
Great. So good to have you here. Thank you so much. Let us quickly go to Vinay.
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
My name is Vinay Chaudhary, and I completed my mechanical engineering. Currently, I'm working in Tyson Group industry as a trainee engineer.
Okay. So currently you're working in mechanical domain itself.
Mechanical domain.
Okay. Thank you so much. The next we have is Yukti.
Good morning, everyone, and ma'am. My name is Yukti Likhare. I belong to Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, and I have completed my Bachelor of Engineering in Information Technology branch, and I have an experience of 1.6 years as an analyst in HCL and in Bhopal also. I was working with Technotask Business Solution Company as a computer associate, and recently I worked with HCL in 2022 from January to December as an analyst.
Great. So I can say that you already have a little experience of an analyst.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much, Yukti. Let's go to the last participant, that is Zed.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, everyone. Good morning and happy Mother's Day, first of all, to all. And my name is Zaid Ahmed, and I have more than 11.5 years of experience. And I have worked with companies like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Synchrony Financial, and Amazon as well. And currently, I'm into business, personal business, wherein I am in under manufacturing business of boxes and cartons. And I'm really interested and excited to be part of this course, joining Cochex for data analytics, and looking forward. Thank you so much for having me here, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Zaid. It was so nice to hear about you and you all ultimately. So what we can understand from listening to each other's opinion is that we have only 2 or 3 participants who are or who have done the computer science part, where we can expect that they will be having a little knowledge of coding, correct, technically. And the rest of the participants who don't have at all any knowledge of coding. Okay, fine. So we will also come to this question by the end of the session. Now coming to our topic, since you have enrolled for the course of data analyst, so let us first degrade or let us first chop the terminologies, that is data. So what do you understand by data? Have you ever worked on any of the data? Anyone?
Ma'am, it's like collection of information.
Collection of information. Okay. Anyone else who want to contribute? Guys, be interactive. So the session will be very good for us. Even I will get to know. You can tell whatever answer you know. There is no correct or no wrong answers right now.
It's a raw format of information.
Raw format of information. Very good. Anyone else? Okay. So this second answer is an appropriate answer. Okay. A data is nothing but what? A raw format of information. Now there are 2 terminologies. One terminology is data and another terminology is information. So first of all, let us focus on what is a data. Fine. So if you like, as I asked you, have you ever worked on data? So your answer should be always yes. Correct? Although you have experience, although you have no experience, you're a fresher, okay, you're, even if you're a student, you are working on data. Okay, so working on data not necessarily means you should have some Excel file, there should be some emails for you, not necessary. Okay, as we see that there are many business owners, so they also work on data. What is the niche that they are trying to focus? Okay, who is their customer, who are their loyal customers? So what they do, they keep a record of all these things. So that is nothing but a data. Whatever inquiry they'll be getting for their business, that is again nothing but a data. So in raw terms, if you're listening to my lecture currently, okay, so that is nothing but again what? Data. You're just trying to hear. Okay, after hearing, your mind is going to process what I'm speaking about, and then you will understand, okay, that this is how the connectivity is going to be. Correct? So basically what I'm speaking right now is, again, I'm generating some kind of data. As you guys told about yourself, that was nothing but a generation of data. So data is nothing but what? As we have, data is nothing but a raw format of information. Okay, and yeah, as I told you, like, what is information now? So let us take some examples of data and some examples of information. Here we have data, it is in a raw format. Okay, now what about information? What is an information now? What can you say? What is information?
The knowledge we have.
Knowledge we have. Okay. Anything else?
Transformed data.
Transformed data. Okay, to be precise, it is processed data.
Yes.
Through information, we gather the data.
Not actually. We gather data by different ways. By different devices also, we gather the data. So
Yes,
that we will come. Yes.
organized data is called information. Right.
Yes. So very simple or layman example. If you have seen a jigsaw puzzle, okay, if the puzzle is scrambled, what happens? You just have the pieces of that puzzle, correct? You cannot understand which piece to place where. Fine. So, but what you do once you are arranging all of these puzzles, all of the pieces of puzzles, what you understand? Okay, so after forming or after completion of one full puzzle, what you get is one picture of, let's say, a dinosaur. So then you can understand, okay, this is this XYZ dinosaur. Correct? So that means whatever puzzle pieces are there, that is a raw information. You have to process it, you have to arrange it in a particular manner, and then what you're going to get? You'll get an processed data, that is the information. Okay, again, if we see from our day-to-day life, what is data? So let's say a horn of vehicles when you're traveling, that is nothing but a data which is getting generated. You have not yet processed. Okay, once you process it, okay, when the horn of vehicle is there behind you, you're standing at a signal, and then what happens? You're processing that. So after processing, what happens? Your mind understands that, okay, now you have to move or people will come and hit you. Correct? So processed information is what? Moving your vehicle. After listening to a horn. Correct? So this is the processed part now. You hear a horn, that is just a data. But this horn is for what reason? Sometimes the horn is for no reason. Correct? The people are just getting mad and they are just honking their vehicles. Okay, so that is a data. But if that is for some particular reason and you process it and you take an action over it, then it becomes an information. So can you give me some more examples of data and information from that data? Yes, anyone?
A while ago, we gave introduction of ourselves while we are 13 participants. And we all give our information. If that could be processed into our names, what domain we come from, what information, what experience we held. So the processed data could be a processed format is all a data, while the thing that we explained is a raw format of information.
Correct, correct. So this is very good example. Anyone else who can correlate the data and information with their day-to-day life? Anyone? No one? Very good example. If I have to give you Instagram, everyone use Insta, correct? So whatever random reels are generated on Instagram or posts are generated on Instagram, initially that is a data, correct? So before you are going to scroll to the new post or news reel, what you do, you're not going to read that. So that is just a data. But what is information from that? Suppose you have read that post or you have watched that reel completely. Then what you do? You understand the concept or the content into that reel. Suppose, for example, you like that reel. What you're going to do? You're going to hit like, or let's say a share button. Okay. So now what you have done from that random reel, you have understood the content, you like it, and now you're taking the action over that content. So that becomes a information. Okay, very good example. Instagram, everyone uses Instagram by now, correct? You can take the same for YouTube also. So did you understand what is the difference between a data and information?
Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
Great. So let us go forward now. Now, as someone said that we generate data from information. Okay, so actually that is not the case. We have different sources from where data is getting generated. Fine. Now from where and all we can say data might be generated, first of all, is from humans. If I am talking to you and you are listening to me, so somewhere what happens, I'm generating a data. Even if you're traveling in a bus, in metro, in a train, and if you're hearing two people, they are talking, what is happening ultimately, a data is getting generated. Okay, so that is nothing but a very basic process where humans are the main reason to generate a data. Fine. Secondly, let us come and see how machines can be useful for generating a data. Very best example, if I can give, is the sensors part, the earthquake sensors part. These days we have, correct? Beforehand we will understand that there will be an earthquake of this much magnitude in this area. So how do we understand? Because the data is generated. How data was generated? Because the sensors are installed. Okay, so sensor is nothing but a machine. So this machine is capturing some changes into the land, and then he's telling us that, okay boss, earthquake might happen. Okay, so again, this is one example. If you see, there are multiple examples where machine is the reason to generate a data. Okay, then secondly, the organization part, the huge organizations. So what are huge organizations? If you see into an IT sector, organizations like IBM, Infosys, okay, so they have huge amount of data which is generated. If you forget about these organizations, leave it. What about tech giants? Netflix, Facebook, Instagram, Google. So again, these are very big IT organizations who are responsible for generating data. Now, how do they generate data? They have their own content creators. They have many reel makers, correct? So these reel makers are responsible to generate a data on behalf of that organizations. Getting this point? And lastly, you have a human machine data generator. So now what is a human machine data generator? For example, you're going to fill a Google form, a survey form, correct? You hit on some link, and what happens? You're going to fill up the sign up form. So that is nothing but you as a human are generating a data, and that machine is responsible to store it or to utilize it. So where we have a combination of two, we say it is a human machine data generation. Clear? So data basically is generated in each and every format you see anywhere. Data is there. Even if you're working on an Excel file, that is a data. Even if you're working on some reels, that is a data. Okay, any doubt in this part?
No, ma'am.
4 point, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I have a doubt. 4 point. 4 point.
4 point, yes.
Organization.
So what doubt do you have in this part?
Once again, please explain about organizations.
Yes. See, in organizations, okay, so example I'm giving is for Facebook, or let's say Instagram, Google, Netflix. So what these organizations do, they have their own content creators. If you see for Facebook, what happens, how Facebook is generating a data? If let's say you are a person who is posting on a Facebook, so a data is generated on behalf of that company. Okay, again, if you take some financial companies, what happened, they have a huge record of transactions, correct? So again, what happened, that means on behalf of company, a data is getting generated. So this is where we generate data at an organization level. Understood now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, in order to create this data, we have few data creation strategies. Okay. So basically what happens, okay, let us read a format right now. So with a data creation strategy in place, data engineers and analysts can left the complexity of ETL and guarantee that all data from creation, enrichment, modeling, and within the data warehouse confirms and evolves with the business. This is some definition I will say. Now, what this definition tells us? This definition tells us that there are few people, that is the data engineers and analysts. What they will do, they will have a particular methodology, and that methodology is called as ETL methodology. That is, you have to edit, transform, and load the data. Okay, and after this is done, they are going to create some creative part. Okay, that is a model building part, and then store everything into a go down. That is a data warehousing. Fine. Once all this process is done, that what happens then, all this process is going to lead to the growth of your business. Got this point? So basically, how and all data will be created, a data will be also created, or let's say a proper strategy has been done by data engineers and analysts. So that you are an analyst, you will be responsible for this data creation strategies. You have to develop it, and then you have to do some operations on the data, store it into a go down where it is going to lead to the growth of your business. Okay. So now, as we have done what is data already, let us quickly go through. I'll give you 2 minutes. You can read this definition of what is data now. Done? So what we understand? We understand, first of all, that data is everywhere. Correct? As I told you, if you're walking, if you're talking, okay, if you're hearing any background noise, if you're listening to the music side by side, if you're scrolling an Insta at the back end. So what is happening basically? You are somewhere accessing the data. Okay. Now, since data is present everywhere, what happens? It is into every industry. That means you have opportunities into every industry. Correct? So not only in IT industry, but what all you have opportunity into all the industry. Let's say media industry, retail industry, correct? As someone said, they have the business of optics. So that means they have opportunity into that industry because data is created there also. That is a pharma industry. Okay. So basically a data is a key to run any of the business or take any business decisions. Fine. Now, what are some important aspect of a data? First of all is what we can do with data is we can take the insights of the data. Now, what is meant by insights? If anyone has an Instagram account, what do they have? They have some analytics part below, correct? Where they can see how much is their growth, how much is the what like viewers amount, who have liked their post, how many have shared their post, correct? So all this analytics is given based on what? Based on how many people have gone through that post. So all those analytics is called as insights. Insight means what is the data, or let's say what is the information that one can draw from that data. That is the insights. And what you do based on that insights, let's say I got only 3 shares, then 10 likes and no comments. What I should do? Obviously I should improve my content, correct? So that is nothing but this insight is going to lead you to take a better business decision. Now secondly, what is understanding of data? Now it is very important. Why data understanding is very important? Because let's say if I give you an example, I have data currently of some cars. Okay, I am dealing with a car company. My client is some car company, and now I have to find out. So what all parameters they might have? They will have a model. What is the name of model? Then they will have mileage. Okay. Then what all they have? They might have the transmission. Okay. Then they have the engine, or let's say engine type. So now in order for you to understand what is this transmission, what are different engine types, what you should have the understanding of data, correct? कि transmission में हो क्या रहा है, engine type में हो क्या रहा है, what are the different types. So that is where data understanding is very important when it comes to analyze or when it comes to any work on a data. Fine. So we will see a nice process, like how this process can be done in a proper way. Then we have to understand what is the problem statement. Let's say if I have an Amazon data, okay, and my client is Amazon, he's interested to know why my sales has been decreased in the past quarters. Okay, but I, being the analyst of some XYZ company, what I'm doing, I am saying that the people from age 25 to 35 are purchasing more products. Does it make any sense? The client is not at all interested to know what is the age group. He's interested in what? Why my sales have decreased. So here it is very important to know for what purpose you're trying to find out the analysis. What is your basic problem statement? Fine. Then you have to design the strategies based on what is your problem statement and what are the insights. Okay, now my problem statement is what? For sale. Why my sales have decreased. I have taken some nice visualizations and got some conclusions. Now what I have to do? I have to tell the strategy also. So saying that, okay, boss, let us make a new product which is focusing more on the old age people. So even they will start buying in from your online platform. Let us put this and these products at your platform also. So what happens ultimately, I'm trying to solve the problem, that is the sales problem. Okay, by what purpose? By the data he have given and the analysis I have done over it. Got this? So see, every time if you're observing me, every time I'm saying the data can do this, data can do that, data is this, data is that. So data is at most important these days. Okay. Again, if you see to the fact that 328.77 million terabytes. So the number which I can say, it is not going to fit into your calculators. So this much big amount of data is basically getting created. How like it is getting created on a daily basis. Okay. So globally, सब लोग कुछ ना कुछ use कर रहे हैं. Okay. An app, a phone, a machine, a laptop, anything. So इन सब में से क्या हो रहा है? Data create हो रहा है. और कितना data create हो रहा है? That is 328 0.77 मिलियन टेराबाइट्स। तो अगर आज का ही अगर टेराबाइट्स में डेटा है तो कल तो ऑब्वियसली ज्यादा होगा, करेक्ट, परसों ऑब्वियसली ज्यादा होगा। सो इफ यू कैलकुलेट फॉर नेक्स्ट 3 years तो डेटा तो ज्यादा जनरेट होने वाला है। So here I can tell you that the demand for this data field is more and more as you go year and year ahead of calculation. Okay, so now what all roles are available in this data field? Now other than data analyst or other than business analyst, आप क्या क्या कर सकते हो और वो करने के लिए आपको क्या क्या आना चाहिए? For example, if I'm saying, okay, I want to be a data scientist. So, but there are some specific dedicated set of technologies that you should know. Same case, if you want to be a data analyst, different set of technologies that you should know. So let us discuss that. So in order to be a business analyst and data analyst, we will see it a little later on. Here, the next field, that is the next post, basically, ये सारे क्या है? Post के नाम है. Okay, other than this post also I will list down some 3-4 posts which are very common. So business intelligence developer is इनका काम क्या होता है? This person is responsible to develop a business. Okay, how the growth of my business is happening and how fast it can happen based on the data. So he will have some data and based on that data he is responsible to take some decisions for my organization. The next is big data engineer. Now, what is big data engineer? When my data is not stored on a local machine means your laptop. In that case, what you have to do? The data will be stored on some server. Okay, and the client will be giving you the link of server or let's say some XYZ way how to access that data. So that case, when you're accessing a very big data, that means you're accessing a data of a Facebook, Meta company, Netflix company. So it is what? It is a huge data. They have in millions and trillions of users, no? But and also many of the users are active at the same time. So that I can refer to as a big data. Okay, so when you're handling this much big data and you're going to transform or let's say edit that data, it is called as a big data engineer. You can be a business intelligence analyst. Okay, when you combine business analyst and business intelligence skills, that becomes a business intelligence analyst. So you're also responsible for developing your business. You're also responsible for client handling. You're also responsible for doing the analysis part. Statisticians. Anyone can tell me what is a statisticians? What does a statisticians do? What is the role of this person, mathematical person into the field of data? Can anyone infer to this? Anyone?
Ma'am, can be like making assumptions or prediction, ma'am, for the data?
Very good, highly appreciated. So this statisticians is somewhere a backbone to make the assumptions. Okay, all of a sudden आज मैं उठ के नहीं बोल सकती कि आज मुझे ये बिजनेस चालू करना है and कल I want the profit of 50% or let's say 100%. No, in order to start anything, in order to assume anything based on the data, I need mathematics. And who knows in and out about mathematics is called as a statisticians. Correct? तो जैसे कि हम लोग मैच देखते हैं, IPL matches. So currently IPL matches were going on and you can see a small strip below, correct, which represents which ball was having how many runs, what is the current run rate, what is the like how many wickets are taken, what is the runs. So that is nothing but a part of statistics. And who's responsible to do that? A statistician. So again, this is one more example of data analysis where statisticians comes into picture. Data scientist, a data scientist is responsible to do what? Model building basically, which is going to predict the future outcome. जैसे कि weather report है, stock market है. Okay, तो stock market के आज का rate क्या होगा? That my model is going to tell you. Computer vision engineer. So something like when you want to design an application face detection app. Okay, so that time you are a person who's supposed to be called as computer vision engineer. Okay, then someone who want to work only on the languages, just like text to speech or translation. If I'm speaking German and I want to translate that into English, and I have a separate model building here, so that person is responsible for natural language processing. Then MLOps engineer, where we can have the combination of machine learning and machine learning into my data. Data engineers, same big data engineer, जो बड़े डेटा पे काम करेंगे. बड़ा डेटा is nothing but a meta Netflix where huge number of users are working, whereas data engineer is nothing but who's going to work on small data. So small data is again into gigabytes, or let's say not terabytes, it will be in GBs max. So whenever a data is into your computer, that time you can say that you are a data engineer. Machine learning engineer, let's say it is a small domain of data scientist. What data scientists do and what machine learning engineer do is almost same. Now data and analytics manager. So you have to basically see, the name itself is self-explanatory. Data storyteller. Data storyteller, very important. You can be just a storyteller. जैसे हम लोग बच्चों को स्टोरी बताते हैं, करेक्ट? So there was a king and there was a queen. He had a big empire. He was a good ruler. So all kind of story we say. How do we tell them? We connect the dots. Correct? Uska bachpan aisa tha, then what he did into his childhood, then how did he grew, how was his childhood days, and this is how he became a very good emperor. Fine. So what you do, you connect the dots. Same case you have to do here. What do you have to do? You connect the dots between the data. Now these many are my users, these many are my active users. So now you have to tell that why these many like say X amount is drop in the numbers. Okay, then after the drop is there, then you should explain. Okay, so since the drop we can see what happens next. We can see that there is a drastic decrease in my sales. So sales of which region? Sales of my east region. Okay, so this is how you have to connect the dots and frame a very nice story, the story which is similar to our school day story. Okay, same kind of preparations are required, same kind of thoda sa ratta is required, because you should be very good with the numbers. आपको वहां पे स्क्रीन पे देख देख के नंबर्स बोलेंगे, it does not look good in front of client. Then machine learning scientist, same machine learning engineer, machine learning scientist, they have same work responsibilities. And database administrator, who's going to look after the data warehousing. मतलब जब आपका डेटा आता है तो उसको गोडाउन में रखना पड़ेगा, करेक्ट? तो गोडाउन में भी कहाँ पे कौन सा डेटा रखना है, which rack is having which client's data. So when a person is responsible to see this part, he's called as a database engineer. Any doubt in this? I've explained you in detail what are the roles and responsibilities by post. Anything else? Now other than these things, अभी आपका एनालिटिक्स डोमेन में और कौन से फील्ड है? ये तो इन ओवरऑल डेटा डोमेन में हो गए, करेक्ट? बट कमिंग इनटू ओनली एनालिटिक्स फील्ड, व्हाट ऑल अपॉर्चुनिटीज आई हैव? आई कैन बी अ मार्केटिंग एनालिस्ट.
हेलो,
यस यस.
बिजनेस एनालिटिक्स एंड डेटा एनालिटिक्स में डिफरेंस क्या है?
Yes, we'll come to that. Since our course is dedicated to business analytics and data analytics, we have the difference in few of the slides next coming up. Okay, so be patient. I'll be explaining you that as well. Okay, so what we have other than just data analytics, if you're working exclusively on the marketing part for a company, so what you're going to call as, you're going to be a marketing analyst, whereas the work what you're going to do is same as a data analytics. Okay, but the name of your post will be marketing analyst. Same thing if you're into finance domain and you're going to do the analysis part into financial domain, so you will be a financial analyst. Okay, if you are going to do some research on the analyst, what you can be? Research analyst. If you're going to look after the operations, that means which project is starting at what time, okay, how many resources are required, which project should end at what time, okay, currently what is the status of the third project. Fine. So when you're responsible to take care of all the internal things of company, okay, do the analysis on that, you will be what? Operational analyst. तो बेसिकली आपका जो पोजीशन है वो किस बात पे डिसाइड होगा, आप काम क्या करने वाले हो कंपनी में. ओके, गॉट दिस पॉइंट? एनी डाउट? सो आपको कभी भी एनालिस्ट नाम का पोजीशन दिख जाता है, इफ यू आर अप्लाइंग एट योर एंड, एंड इफ यू सी एनी पोजीशन विद द नेम एनालिस्ट, go check their JD, what is the requirement. If the requirement and your skills fulfill, I mean they match, then don't hesitate to apply.
मैम मैं ये पूछना चाह रहा था कि ये सारी पोस्ट के लिए सारी रिमोट जॉब्स भी अवेलेबल हो सकती है क्या?
Yes, there are remote jobs for all of these posts. But currently, if you try to apply for any Indian company, okay, so that COVID zone is now over. So people are also trying to go for the hybrid model. So you will not, most of the time, you will not get a complete remote job, but you might get a hybrid model. But if you want to,
it's like 5 days work from home and 2 days from on-site job.
just a minute, let me check. Is it Mohit speaking?
Yeah, Mohit is saying.
Okay, Mohit. So do you want some holiday or not? 7 days a week you're working.
I'm actually in the business. I'm working 7 days.
Yeah, that's correct. So no, here it is. This is not the model. Hybrid, it means 3 days it is work from home, 2 days you have to go to office.
Okay.
And 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, compulsory holiday.
Okay.
So the week is only for 5 days. That's not a problem.
From last 3 years, I'm not celebrating any Saturday, Sunday. So that's why I'm into that habit.
Okay, that zone. Yeah. No issues. So, but if anybody wants a complete remote job, okay, then they can apply to the foreign companies. So let's say the company, like a Canadian company, what they will do, they'll not call you there. They'll give you a like say whatever offer, you have to sit at your home and work for a Canadian company. So in that case, you will get a complete remote job. But if you apply for an Indian company, you will be getting a hybrid model as of now. So as I told you, every different position requires different skill. So let us say what are overall skills you are required. Okay, so basically इसमें से कौन सा भी पोस्ट पे जाने के लिए आपको बेसिक स्किल कौन सा आना चाहिए, दैट इज एन एक्सेल. Basic Excel or intermediate Excel is going to work. Then you need SQL because somewhere you have to work with data and data extraction. So SQL is required for everyone, that is mandatory. Then when you are going to work with analyst or data scientist, you need a little bit knowledge of mathematics, statistics and probability. So mathematics mein aayega linear algebra, vectors and all of that stuff. Okay, so fortunately you have enrolled for analytics, where you're not going to be exposed on this part, that is linear algebra and all complex mathematics. That is only for whom? Data scientist, machine learning engineer or MLOps. Data mining, again you have a different post, that is a data mining. Data mining is what? जैसे हम लोग खेतों में, correct, we sow the seeds. So that is nothing but you are mining the seed. Same case, you have to mine a data. Okay, so from you have to mine something from where data is going to get generated. That is called as a data mining. Machine learning and AI. So machine learning is some algorithms that we are going to learn in machine learning. Hadoop is same case but for big data. Data visualization. So we have some tools for data visualization, that is Tableau, Power BI. So these are dedicated tools. Cloud computing, Python and R. So lastly, we have some programming languages also. So you should be well versed with few of these skills. अभी आपको data analytics करना है या फिर business analytics करना है. So what you should be good with? Excel, SQL, statistics. आफ्टर दैट डेटा विजुअलाइजेशन एंड पाइथन, बस इतना ही करना है। बाकी के स्किल्स अगर नहीं भी करेंगे तो भी चलेगा, बिकॉज दैट इज एन ओवरऑल स्किल्स। फाइन। So in Cochex, what all courses we are offering currently? We offer data science course, data analytics course, business analytics. Apart from this, we also offer the course that is AWS Cloud. यहाँ पे हमने देखा था cloud computing. So हमारे like in Cochex, we also have cloud computing course that is an AWS Cloud practitioner. Then we have data visualization. That means separate. If you don't want to take a whole data analytics course, but you want to take only Power BI, only Tableau, जैसे कि एक ही मुझे tool सीखना है, so you can also opt for a single tool as well. Okay, so someone was asking me what is the difference between data analyst and business analyst, correct? So let us see what is the difference. So first of all, we will see what are the roles and responsibilities you are going to have. Now, data analyst, what he's responsible to do? He's responsible to gather the data. Okay, let's say कि आपने सर्वे किया है, Google Forms circulate किया है, तो this analyst is responsible to get back that answers. Okay, तो वो जो भी डेटा आएगा उसको क्या करना होगा? Excel फाइल में या फिर किसी अदर फॉर्मेट में ट्रांसफॉर्म करके रखना पड़ेगा. That is nothing but gathering the data. Now, what we do? Do we fill all the fields? Many of the times we try to skip many fields, correct? अरे नाम डाल दिया, email डाल दिया, बस बाकी का skip submit, correct? So what happens? There are many missing columns. So in that case, a data analyst have to clean that data. Whatever are the missing columns, either you have to delete that or you have to fill that by your own. That is called as a cleaning process. Then you have to do the analysis part. So what now what comes into analysis? You have to mention many questions. Okay, I have this many age group. Okay, I have this many genders. So by gender, what is the maximum age group? Okay, so based on data, you have to ask many questions to it, find out some fruitful questions, and then create the visualization. Now, what is visualization basically? Simple terms में बोलेंगे तो graph. बस इसको थोड़ा सा फैंसियर टर्म्स में करेंगे तो उसको बोलते visualizations. Got this? And lastly, you have to perform, you have to present what all are your inferences, conclusions. So आपको इतनी सारी ये प्रोसेस जो है, प्रोसेस बताई है, this is the process itself, the life cycle itself for a data analysis. When you are into the course, you will go through all these processes one by one in this sequence only. पहले आपको सिखाया जाएगा कि डेटा गैदर कहाँ से करना है, कैसे करना है, then you will be taught how to clean it, then you will be taught to analyze it and visualize it, and lastly you will be taught how to present it. So this is nothing but a data analysis life cycle. Okay, so by all this analysis or by all this part, you should be in a position to answer any of the client's question. Okay, let that be into your dashboard or let it not be into your dashboard. Okay, so आपको data को इतना thoroughly पढ़ना है. When you're into jobs, you have to be so much thorough with the data that you're able to answer any of the questions. Okay, then you will be responsible to have the meetings with business leaders and stakeholders to understand their problems. कि ये data तो मिला है, but problem statement पता है क्या? नहीं. So in that case, you have to do meetings and understand what they are requiring, what they're expecting from us. Fine. Then how to gather the data? You have to identify from where to gather the data. It is not like कि हमेशा client आपको एक file देगा, लो boss करो, आप मस्त आराम से 3-4 घंटे का काम है करो, बाकी के 3 घंटे बैठो आराम से and घर जाओ. This will not happen. You have to figure out from where and all data should be collected. Okay, तो इसमें ही आपका बहुत टाइम जाएगा. Then you have to figure out what is the cleaning process. कौन सा कॉलम मुझे नहीं चाहिए, कौन सा रिकॉर्ड में गलत वैल्यूज डाल के रखा है. Again, it will take a lot of time. Then analytics and visualization, it will take very little time. Once you are very good in data understanding, once you are very good in cleaning part, ये सब होने के बाद analyze और visualize करना, it's a like task of just few minutes, few seconds or few hours. ओके, तो बेसिकली टास्क इंपॉर्टेंट क्या है, डेटा कहाँ से लाएंगे और उसमें क्या क्या है, डेटा अंडरस्टैंडिंग. अगेन द मोर टाइम इट इज गोइंग टू कंज्यूम इज डेटा स्टोरी टेलिंग. क्लियर है? तो बेसिकली अगर प्रोसेस देखेंगे तो हमको क्या करना है, डेटा को कलेक्ट करना है, क्लीन करना है, एनालाइज करना है, प्रेजेंट करना है, स्टोरी बताना है. इतना ही रोल है डेटा एनालिस्ट का. अभी बिजनेस एनालिस्ट क्या करेंगे? व्हाट बिजनेस एनालिस्ट विल डू, ही इज फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल responsible to identify the problems and opportunities in and out of the organization. मतलब क्या, inside the organization means let's say if I am having a problem into an organization, एक टीम का मेरा कुछ परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा नहीं है, तो what business analyst is supposed to do, he is supposed to take the meeting with that team, talk to each and every person, understand the problems, then resolve it. So this is inside the organization. What is outside the organization? Same जो हमने data analytics में देखा. Do the meetings with stakeholders, understand their problem, their expectations, and then give the solution to their problems. Okay, so business analyst is someone who is responsible to grow the business. Okay, who's responsible, he's like a mentor to the team. But data analyst, he's a child of a team. He's just supposed to do whatever it is told to do. He will not see from a business growth perspective. Okay, then see, as I told you, he's supposed to review the process and interview the team members to identify their improvement areas. He's also supposed to give the recommendations कि अच्छा ये एनालिटिक्स अच्छा नहीं है, आप इसको भी ट्राई करके देखो. I feel this will be the better analytics for the business decisions. So he's supposed to guide the members. So in order to guide the team members, he should be also well versed with the process. कि ये लोग डेटा कहाँ से ले रहे, सही से ले रहे डेटा या नहीं ले रहे, have they cleaned the data properly, or there is some missing value, garbage value into the data. So in an overall aspect, he is a guy who is going to keep a watch on a data analyst. Now what does a data scientist do? एनालिटिक्स का पार्ट तो क्लियर है. डेटा साइंटिस्ट में क्या करेंगे? दिस डेटा साइंटिस्ट इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू टेक द एनालाइज्ड डेटा. जो भी डेटा एनालिटिक्स टीम से आएगा वो हम लोग क्या करेंगे, वो लेंगे और उस पे हम लोग पैटर्न्स निकालेंगे कि एज ग्रुप का पैटर्न क्या है, ईयर वाइज ट्रेंड क्या है, ओके, या फिर व्हाट इज द सेल्स इन द रीजन वाइज ट्रेंड. So this pattern he is supposed to draw. After he is having the patterns, what he will do, he will build a model. मॉडल किस चीज के लिए बिल्ड करेंगे? प्रिडिक्शन करने के लिए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लेट्स से आई एम अ पेशेंट, ओके, आई एम गोइंग इनटू अ कंपनी, सॉरी हॉस्पिटल. सो वंस आई गेट द डेटा एंटर्ड देयर, वहां पे एक फॉर्म मिलता है, करेक्ट, एडमिट फॉर्म को जैसे बोलते हैं. तो मैंने जब भी उसमें डेटा डाल दिया, लाइक माय एज, माय जेंडर, व्हाट इज द कोलेस्ट्रॉल लेवल, व्हाट इज द शुगर लेवल, व्हाट इज द वेट, हाइट, बीएमआई, इस ये सब डालने के बाद the receptionist itself should be in a position to say that okay, this is a healthy person. Okay, तो ये जब हम लोग प्रिडिक्ट करते हैं फ्यूचर का, जैसे वेदर में भी we have the weather application, what that do, it is going to tell us that कल का वेदर क्या होगा. So how can that weather application tell us what is tomorrow's weather? That is the work of this data scientist. ये बंदे को क्या काम करना है कि कल की चीज क्या होने वाली है आज ही प्रेडिक्ट करके रखना है. Any doubt in this now? What will be the roles and responsibilities? समझ में आया? What is the difference between data analytics and business analyst?
Yes, ma'am.
यस मैम समझ में आया.
Yes, ma'am.
मैम मेरा एक डाउट ये था, मैं पूछना चाहता कि डेटा साइंटिस्ट जो है, अगर आप ऐसे बता रहे हैं कि ये फ्यूचर की प्रेडिक्शन देते हैं, सो इस वे में तो जो शेयर मार्केट्स हैं उनके लिए भी डेटा साइंटिस्ट बहुत अच्छा काम कर सकते हैं, राइट?
Yes. We already have many data scientists who are working into the share market companies.
Okay.
Okay. So ऐसे अगर जैसे आपको पता नहीं है, बट बहुत सारे ऐसे डेटा साइंटिस्ट हैं जो प्रिसाइसली बता सकते हैं कल का स्टॉक क्या होगा. बट एज वी नो, इट इज अ कंट्री लाइक इंडिया है ये, करेक्ट, यहाँ पे बहुत सारे जुगाड़ होते हैं. सो ये मेन रीजन है कि ऐसे डेटा साइंटिस्ट को या फिर डेटा साइंटिस्ट को रिस्ट्रिक्ट किया है ऐसे मॉडल्स बनाने के लिए, और अगर जो भी बने हैं वो बहुत सारे लैक्स में ऑलरेडी बेच चुके हैं।
ओके, ये रिस्ट्रिक्ट किया हुआ ये मुझे नहीं मालूम था अभी तक भी।
it's not like an official announcement, okay? बट ऐसा अगर बन भी जाता है तो क्या होगा, बहुत सारे जन इसका मिसयूज करेंगे। सो दीज एप्लीकेशंस दे आर चार्ज्ड एंड दे आर केप्ट लाइक सिक्योर्ड वे में रखते हैं।
ओके
ओके, मोर ओवर आप भी आपके लिए खुद से बना सकते हो इफ यू हैव एनरोल्ड इनटू दिस कोर्स ऑफ डेटा साइंस। आफ्टर गेटिंग द नॉलेज ऑफ ऑल दिस कंसेप्ट आप भी इसमें ट्राई कर सकते हो कि कैसे मॉडल बनता है। बट इफ यू सी द एप्लीकेशन दैट इज जीरो द करेक्ट, और बहुत सारे ऐसे मनी कंट्रोल वगैरह है जो थोड़ा सा फ्यूचर के बारे में बताते हैं कि कल का मार्केट प्राइस क्या हो सकता है। सो दैट इज नथिंग बट दे आर अप्लाइंग दिस कंसेप्ट ऑफ डेटा साइंस मॉडल बिल्डिंग पार्ट। तो उन्होंने पिछला जो भी पैटर्न है उसको एनालाइज करके रखा है, एंड देन बेस्ड ऑन दैट पैटर्न दे आर टेलिंग यू व्हाट विल बी द प्राइस टुमारो। Okay,
yeah, thank you.
So now how will be your roadmap? So for data science, okay, the roadmap will be initially you'll be starting with Excel, very basic tool. Then you will be starting with SQL. As I told you, it is common for all, no matter which course you are going to take. Then you will be learning the data visualization tool, that is Tableau or Power BI, based on your decisions. Then comes the programming language. ठीक है, आपको प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज इतनी मैंडेटरी नहीं होगी व्हेन यू आर इनटू डेटा एनालिस्ट पार्ट, बट having a data language or having a programming language will be an add-on for your resume. ठीक है, ऐसे मैंडेटरी नहीं है कि अरे पाइथन नहीं आएगा इसको नहीं लेंगे, नो, बट दैट इज लाइक चेरी ऑन द केक, और इसको प्रोग्रामिंग भी आता है। सो दैट इज व्हाई वी हैव इंक्लूडेड दिस प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज so that you will have more and more opportunities in your career. Then data pre-processing, जैसे मैंने बोला, analysis करना है, cleaning करना है, data कहाँ से लेंगे, all that part will come into this data pre-processing. And we'll also be teaching you some statistics part, the probability part. Now ये सब हो गया क्या, half part of data science. ये होने के बाद now you are somewhere eligible to come and understand the concept of data science. ठीक है, so that is machine learning, deep learning, AI, ये सारा portion cover करेंगे. Then we'll have NLP, that is natural language processing. We have just now seen, correct, natural language processing engineer ऐसे post होती है. So we'll be dedicating one module for that, time series modeling. So as I told you, you can go home and work at stock market data. So that is into this time series modeling, and then we'll be taking projects on each of the module separately. So you will have numerous projects by the end of your course in your hand, and if you want extra projects you can ask to the team as well. अभी एनालिटिक्स में क्या होगा, सी डेटा साइंस का इतना रोड मैप है, करेक्ट। फॉर एनालिटिक्स यू जस्ट हैव टू डू दिस मच पार्ट, दैट्स इट। जो नीचे का एमएल का पार्ट है दैट यू आर नॉट सपोज टू डू। सो बेसिकली इफ यू सी डेटा साइंस ये बड़ा डोमेन है और डेटा एनालिसिस उसका ये छोटा डोमेन है। ओके, सो हाफ पार्ट ऑफ डेटा साइंस इज डेटा एनालिटिक्स. So if you ever feel to upgrade your course, you can always upgrade your course because it is always the half part of the data science course. Okay, see, as I told you, Excel, SQL, data visualization, Python, pre-processing and statistics. इतना ही आता है data analytics में. Coming to power business analytics, what we have? The course will be having all the content of data analytics plus few more content of business analytics, few models. So that is like how you should do the planning, okay, how you should take the requirement, what are the basic like basic things you should keep in mind, then how you are going to frame out your answers or frame out your stories, or how you're going to frame out the documents. So these part will be extra part into business analytics. So if you have taken a data analytics course, okay, that is nothing but the base bread of a cake. You can anytime go to the business analytics course, or even after business analytics, you can go to the data science course. Any doubt in this? So if you have ever opted and if you feel in the next classes that I can do the programming, I can do this data science part, you can anytime upgrade your course. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so let's go ahead. Now, why Python? Why we are not choosing R? Why only Python? Like our course, see here we have only Python language. We are not choosing any R language. So if you have done research, the data domain में दो languages preferred ज़्यादा चलता है. That is Python and R. So why we are choosing only Python? That is because it is a multi-purpose language. Multi-purpose means what? It is not only used for model building or data analysis, but इस पे development भी होता है. Sorry. So other than development, what you can do like game development. Okay, आपको front end part चाहिए. That is the GUI part. So you can do that GUI part development also. So basically you name it and you can do it in Python. So that is why we choose Python language for our course. And R में क्या है? We have some limitations. जैसे Python में हम लोग सब कुछ कर सकते हैं. Okay, you can do the analysis, you can do the model development, but our language, it is limited to the statistics part. If you want statistics to be done, if you want analytics to be done, so that part is good with our language. So that is why we prefer Python language over our language for our course. As I told you, what are roles and responsibilities? I guess by now आपको याद हो गया होगा कि data analyst को क्या करना है, data gather करना है, clean करना है, then you have to do the pre-processing part, then he have to do the report part. Report मतलब dashboard creation. After dashboard creation, you have to spot the patterns and then explain all these things to the team. Okay. Data scientist को क्या करना है? Same. ये सारी process same है. इसमें add-on process क्या है? The add-on process is कहाँ गया? Yes, developing new algorithms is add-on process. Then trying to simplify the data problems, it is an add-on process, and build a predictive model. ये तीन ही process extra करना है. बाकी सब rest all process are same as data analytics and business analytics. See, like pulling together proofs and writing up the results. This is a part of business analytics. This is a part of data analytics. Okay, अभी business analytics को क्या क्या करना होता है? As I told you, he is responsible or he is a mentor of a team. So he have to collaborate or he have to do frequent meeting with whom? With stakeholders, with the owners, with product owners, okay, with the business development team, या फिर with the data analytics team. So most of the time, business analyst will be busy with the meetings only. Okay, client meet होगी या फिर internal meet होगी, whatever it is. Then he is also responsible to do the documentation part. Documentation मतलब क्या? अरे requirement ये आया है. Then after requirement, this is the process you should do. So for a team, he will be guiding. You should do this in this way. And then he should maintain a documentation for that process. So technical aspects से उसको बहुत कम काम होता है. He have to do more of management part. अभी सबसे important, हमने कंसेप्ट को देख लिया. We know now what is the post, what is the roles and responsibilities. अभी this is the important part, correct? Because ultimately everyone is doing for money. Now what is the average salary for data science? It is, the average salary is nothing but 6 lakhs का पैकेज हम लोग एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं. Okay, on an average. But if you're a fresher, that too from a different domain, let's say mechanical domain के है, fresher है, तो आप कहाँ से expect कर सकते हैं? You can expect a package of 3 lakh initially. Now what about for analyst? Let us go for a data analyst. On an average, data analyst का salary क्या हो गया? 4 lakhs होगा. Sorry for the zeros. So on an average, you can expect a package of 4 lakhs. If you have experience in any of the domain, then you will get the add-on for this 4 lakhs. Okay, so for example, let's say Ashish is having some experience. Okay, he is having experience into marketing. Let's say 5-6 साल का experience है marketing में, and his current salary is some 7 LPA. Now when he is going into a company as a data analyst, okay, he can have the previous experience also, वो कंसिडर हो जाएगा. एंड सैलरी भी उसकी स्टार्टिंग से नहीं देंगे, सैलरी विल बी एड ऑन टू द 7 lakhs वाला पैकेज. So it is not like I have to always start with 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs because I am from different domain. That is not the case. No matter from which domain you're coming, your previous experience will be taken into consideration. हाँ, बस अगर आप ऐसे कर रहे हैं कि I have studied computer science, now I have to go to the pharma company, then the previous experience won't be considered. Or if I am a pharma, I have already worked in pharma company, now I want to go into a finance company, तो वो experience consider नहीं होगा. So you should apply to the relevant domain company. Okay, business analyst के लिए salary क्या होगा? The salary will vary. Average salary will be just 4 to 6 lakhs. Okay, but the starting range will be same. It will be from 2 lakhs to 9 lakhs only. So no matter what the post is, the responsibilities are different, but salary is going to be just a little different. Business analyst, it will be little higher. For a data analyst, it will be nearly 4 lakhs. Now, what is the demand of data analyst? And why is the demand? Basically, why is the demand? Data बहुत generate हो रहा है. Every company needs how to grow. You know what strategies I should use. So for that, they need this data analytics people. Why do people need data scientists? As I told you, everyone wants to know what is the future. Correct? आज मेरा business में 2 lakhs का turnover है. Sorry, 2 crore का turnover है. कल मेरे business में कितना turnover हो सकता है? या फिर 5 साल बाद कितना हो सकता है? So in order to find out this, people require this data scientists. Now, why people require business analyst? In order to require the business analyst, क्यों लगेगा? Because this person will be responsible to do what? The client meetings, to handle the client, to nurture the team. Okay, so other than doing the analytical perspective, this guy will be a mentor to the team. Now, which companies are basically hiring? All the big companies, you name it, and they'll be hiring for either of the analyst. Not only data analyst, but any analyst. जैसे कि अगर आप ENY में जाएंगे, so ENY requires what? More of financial analyst. Okay, अगर आप Eclairs में जाएंगे, they'll be requiring more of financial analyst. Fine. If you go for ZS, they'll be requiring more for what? Decision analyst. So आपका पोस्ट मैटर नहीं करेगा. क्या मैटर करेगा? आप उसमें काम वही करने वाले हैं. तो नाम कुछ भी रहेगा, you will be ultimately doing the same work. Now, which companies the like data scientists are hiring? Same companies. Okay, almost same companies. So few names are like IBM, Accenture, Infosys, JP Morgan. So these are the list of few companies who are hiring for data scientist. You can go through the slides, the previous slide as well for 2 minutes. You can see the name of companies. Okay, same case you can see for data scientist also. सेम केस हम लोग बिजनेस एनालिस्ट में भी ऑलमोस्ट यही कंपनीज हायर करती है. ओके, दे नीड बोथ डेटा एंड बिजनेस एनालिस्ट. Now, after understanding all of the concept of this courses, Now we come to the point like why you should be joining or why you should be doing the course at Coachex only. Okay, so first of all, as I told you, what you have all the live sessions. Okay, so you can interact with the trainer at a real time. आप वही के वही डाउट्स को आपको क्लियर भी कर सकते हैं. आपको अगर कोई सेशंस चाहिए तो उसका रिकॉर्डिंग भी अवेलेबल हो जाएगा. Okay, then you will be learning the relevant skills not only to advance your career but also to get the more knowledge. Okay, so whatever industry experts you'll be dealing with, they'll not only share you the knowledge but they'll share you the other tools and tips what you have to do to accelerate your career, to get more knowledge about the content. So this is one of the greatest advantage you'll be getting here. Then you'll earn the certificate. So ये certificate ऐसा नहीं है कि okay, I have the certificate and done. This certificate have a huge credibility in the market. So you have to just go out in market and say that I've done a course from Coachex. Okay, so you'll stand somewhere after having the certificate from Coachex. You'll be, once you have enrolled to any of the courses, you'll be joined to our community of learners. So we have a very huge community where many people who are working, who got placed, who are studying. So you can share your doubts, anything into that community, and you'll get back with the answer. Okay, so you're going to learn from expert. As I told you, you'll be dealing with industry expert. You can ask any question to them, like how anything real world is going to work like. So आप जिस भी टॉपिक या फिर टूल पे सीख रहे हैं, आप उसके रिलेटेड ट्रेनर्स को पूछ सकते हैं. You'll be given the access to the LMS where the recordings, assignments, projects will be kept for you. Then there will be a separate doubt solving session. Okay, so this doubt solving session will be from Monday to Friday 8 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. Okay, तो अगर मान लो कि आपका जो भी schedule है, so that is for Saturday Sunday only. Okay, the trainers will be coming and teaching you for Saturday and Sunday. But if you get a doubt on Wednesday, how are you going to clear that? So for that purpose, we have kept a doubt solving session from Monday to Friday. तो आप इसमें से कौन से भी दिन, एक दिन भी आ सकते हो, रोज भी आ सकते हो, डिपेंडिंग ऑन योर अवेलेबिलिटी. Okay, so any doubt? So before we go to the next part, do you have any doubt in this?
मैम एक डाउट ये था कि अब जैसे जो भी हम लोगों का सिलेबस रहेगा पढ़ने के लिए, वो बेसिकली सैटरडे और संडे को ही रहेगा.
Yes, the courses, the new topic will be taken on Saturdays and Sundays.
Okay, ठीक है मैम, ठीक.
Okay, so let us go like how you are able to access the LMS. What is LMS basically? LMS is something where you know like जैसे कि एक शेल्फ होगा, ओके, या फिर डेडिकेटेड प्लेस होगा जहाँ पे आपके बुक्स इज नथिंग बट द रिकॉर्डेड सेशंस, या फिर आपका जो भी मटेरियल है, अगर प्रोजेक्ट किया है ट्रेनर ने, कोई फाइल शेयर करना है, सो दैट विल बी केप्ट इनटू दैट पर्टिकुलर ड्राइव. सो दैट प्लेस इज डेडिकेटेड फॉर योर लर्निंग पर्पस. उसको बोलेंगे हम LMS. सो यू हैव टू log into that LMS. Initially, now you are new to this part. So what you have to do, you have to go on the given link, that is coachix.live schools teachers teachable.com पे. वहां पे जाने के बाद आपको रजिस्टर करना होगा आपका ईमेल एड्रेस. Then after that you will be getting the password from our side. So from your registered email address you have to again log in and put the password. For security reason obviously आपको बाद में password change करना पड़ेगा. Once you have logged in successfully to the part, see frankly, जैसे हम लोग किसी फेसबुक पे न्यू साइन अप करेंगे, करेक्ट, बाद में जाके लॉग इन करेंगे, सेम प्रोसेस यहाँ पे भी करना है. Once you are logged into this, you will understand what is the platform going to look like. Once you get used to the platform, you will be having like आपको बहुत easily पता चलेगा नोट्स कहाँ पे होता है, असाइनमेंट कहाँ पे होता है, रिकॉर्डेड सेशंस कहाँ पे होगा. Okay, so everything will be under one platform. Any doubt into this part?
Ma'am, this is Zaid Ahmed and I have a doubt, ma'am, regarding the package. आपने जो बताया मैम डेटा एनालिस्ट के लिए 4 लाख changed since I'm already experienced, ma'am. But I have little employment gap, ma'am, because I'm taking care of business as well. So
Okay.
after completion of the course, ma'am, once I am attending the interviews, so package के उसमें कुछ problem होगा क्या, ma'am, because of employment gap, anything like that?
See, they'll be asking you like, why is the employment gap? Okay. So if you can give them proper explanation and a genuine explanation, then obviously your previous package is going to get considered. Okay. But only the condition will be कि आपको उनको अच्छे से convince करना है. If ever they feel कि नहीं ये genuine reason नहीं है, okay, he is not a genuine candidate, then only they might tell you to join as a fresher. But most of the time, like if you don't mind telling, आपका experience कितना है?
11.5 years, ma'am.
तो 100% consider होगा, no matter if there is a gap or not. I thought it is only 2 or 3 years, but if it is 11 years of experience and then you're taking a gap, तो obviously आपका experience consider हो जाएगा.
So I was working till November, ma'am, last year, November 2022. Then December say I started with business, ma'am. I was taking care of business till now.
Okay.
So it's like 6 months now, ma'am. 6 months gap.
Only 6 months gap, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you see the amount of years that you're working, that is 11 years, and amount of gap you have is 6 months, I won't see that it is a compatible gap.
Okay, ma'am. Just wanted to clear that doubt, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. So as you can see the session timings, so most of the time your session timings will be in the morning on Saturdays and Sundays, or it will be in the evening depending on your availability. If you are available on the evening, please choose for the evening batch. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको मॉर्निंग अवेलेबिलिटी नहीं है तो आप अभी आज इवनिंग के बैच में बैठ सकते हो क्या? No, you have to choose the evening batch only in that case. If you are available for morning, you have to choose for the morning batch. So all your live sessions will be taken on Saturdays and Sundays only. The duration will be 2.5 hours each day. So as I told you, that there will be a separate doubt solving sessions dedicated. So the doubt solving sessions will be from Monday to Friday, and the timings will be 8 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. So every day there will be a link given to you where you have to join this doubt sessions. There will be a reminder message on the groups. अभी एक बार आपका enrollment हो गया particular courses में, there will be a group forming. आपका Telegram पे group बनाया जाएगा, and then you'll be given the links in the group itself. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, batch timing will be 7:30 a.m., ma'am, not 8 o'clock like today.
See that might vary sometimes. Okay, sometimes it's like trainers availability. Sometimes it is a mask decision कि जैसे कि आप में से सारे बच्चे बोल रहे कि मैम 7:30 is too early, so we can just shift it to 8 o'clock. Yeah. So that can happen, depends on what the team is going to decide.
Sure, ma'am. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So how to submit your assignments and your projects? Yes. See guys, one more important announcement. Please don't take your assignments and projects lightly, because they are the face of you. Because here the trainers are not going to see you personally. How they are going to judge you? By your work, by the assignment that you're submitting. So try to be very prompt to submit your assignment and project work. Submit it in the time. Don't delay that part. And now where to share it? So there will be a link given to you. So this is a particular link where you have to submit your assignment. Any doubt in this? So don't take the assignment part lightly, because they will be the evaluation factor for you to earn your certificate. As I told you, we also have a community. The community is on Telegram. So if you don't have a Telegram, please go home today and download it. So whatever announcements, whatever queries or the doubt solving sessions, or whatever the peer learning is happening, that all news you will be getting on a Telegram group itself. So as I told you, there will be a separate group for your batch. and you'll be allocated a separate trainer and a learning manager for that. So all the links you'll be getting timely into your Telegram group. Now, why only Telegram? There are some queries raised. The very first thing, okay, very first thing, that is the file sharing limit. Since we are working into a data domain, we have a very huge size of our files. So in WhatsApp, what happens? It limits the sharing size, correct? But in Telegram, you can share a size up to 1.5 GB. That means a very huge data you can share. Okay. Also, Telegram is a very new software recently. It have many advantages. Jaise ki it have their own channels. You can create their own bots. Okay. You can have a bigger group size as compared to the WhatsApp size. You can also start your own community. जो WhatsApp में feature अभी अभी आया है, that is already present into Telegram, very old, बहुत पुराना feature है वहाँ का. And also, if you want to keep your numbers safe, like for example, there are few candidates who don't want to share their numbers, or they take the misuse of the numbers, so we can keep all of our information secure into Telegram only. So this is the basic reason why we are preferring Telegram. So please download Telegram once you're home. You'll be also given an introduction about GitHub. So this is a free course on your LMS, most probably. आपको अगर चाहिए तो आप पहले ही जाके ये GitHub का कोर्स देख सकते हैं. So why we have to use this GitHub? First of all, what is GitHub? What is GitHub? You can read this. There is definition given there, and infer me the analysis of this definition. What is GitHub?
Ma'am, it is a code hosting platform for version control and collaboration. This is what I can read.
Okay, so let me tell you. Are you aware about the LinkedIn platform?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So what is LinkedIn? It is a professional platform to connect with people who are working into industries. Correct? Same case, GitHub is a professional platform where you can post your codes, your work, your projects. ओके सो जैसे हम लोग इंस्टाग्राम पे क्या करते हैं, रील्स को शेयर करते हैं, सेम केस यहाँ पे गिटहब पे हमको क्या करना है, पोस्ट करना है हमारे प्रोजेक्ट. सो हियर इट इज नॉट लाइक यू विल बी पोस्टिंग गेटिंग द हिट लाइक बटन, शेयर कमेंट करो, ऐसे कुछ नहीं है. देयर विल बी सेपरेट फाइल व्हिच इज कॉल्ड एज अ repository. So you have to create your repositories. If someone wants to take your code, they will be pulling the request. Okay, if they want to make some changes, they will commit the changes. So basically it is a virtual file of your work where everyone is able to see that file. So आज आपको घर जाके और एक काम करना है, you have to create a GitHub account. So this is how the GitHub symbol looks like. Okay, please don't go and download the GitLab wala application. Go and do this GitHub application. So you have GitHub sessions, as I told you, already given in your LMS. Now how to access the file, make a new file and all, it is given into that sessions. Talking about the live projects that we'll be taking for data analytics, we have 4 projects. So you can choose any of your project to make this. So someone was very curious about stock market. So here we have Twitter stock market analysis. That means stock market के बारे में Twitter पे क्या क्या हुआ है, what are the latest updates. You can do the analysis on that. A/B testing, one of the topic. Stunning visualizations using LTI. Then 2 games building. So इसमें से आप कौन सा भी एक टॉपिक पे प्रोजेक्ट बना सकते हैं. EDA projects using Python. So same case, जो भी प्रोजेक्ट आप यहाँ पे बनाएंगे, what all visualizations you are going to make here, same you can make using Python language. So that there are different topics for Python language. You can go through the topics. And if you don't understand any of the topic, you can ask me. Done? So basically here we are covering from all, or let's say maximum domains. जैसे कि आप गेम क्रिकेट डोमेन है, गेमिंग स्पोर्ट्स सेक्टर है, then you have the social media sector, then you have automobile, sorry not automobiles, this the phone part, the machine part, gadgets part, then you also have the hot link part, then you have about the traveling part. So maximum of the sectors are been covered. So why, what is the reason of taking this topic? अगर आप कौन से भी डोमेन में जाना चाहते हो तो आपको वो टाइप का प्रोजेक्ट रेडी होना चाहिए. Okay, so for example, if you want to go into some social media company, so how they are going to take you based on your project. तो आपको एक सोशल मीडिया पे प्रोजेक्ट करके रखना पड़ेगा. So that is why we have given a diversified topics. Same case. So this is a list of projects what you'll be doing for data science if you have enrolled for a data science course. So the projects that will be sentimental analysis, few projects will be from classification, few will be from regression, then forecasting, that is time series, and NLP projects. You can go through these topics. Okay, let's go ahead. So after this, you are supposed to do 1 mega project. So these are some small capstone projects. Now you should be completing 1 mega project into a language. So either you should complete a management system in Python, or you should complete a COVID spread analysis using Flask. So these are the project into programming languages. Now what about placement activity? Very important part, correct? So about placement, we will be giving you the assistance. Like for example, if we have any of the current openings, we will be directly telling you that there are openings. Other than that, we will also guide you for the sessions like how to get a job from LinkedIn, okay, or what are the different platforms from where you should approach, how to make a very good resume which is going to get shortlisted. So we have different placement activities going on. Again, you'll be notified about these activities as and when it has been scheduled. Yes, the very important part is before you're applying to the company, there will be mock interviews taken. Okay, so even if you wish to take a mock interview, you have to hit your learning manager and inform him that I want to take a mock interview at Coachix. So there will be mock interview scheduled for you and some interview preparation sessions also. ठीक है, जैसे ड्रेसिंग कैसे करना है, कैसे बात करना है, what are few HR questions, how you should answer them. So as like I got few doubts, like I have a gap, I'm not from a computer science background, okay, so all these questions will be answered to you in a proper way in this interview preparation sessions. Clear? Now this is how your sample certificate is. Like your certificate is going to look like. Condition, you're going to finish all your projects, only then you will be having the certificate. You can get a nice go through about it. Okay, so as you can see here, we are like ISO certified, and also like we have a huge credibility into market for this particular certificate. So try to be on time, prompt for the things. Last but not the least, you can follow us on any of the social media. You have the link here. You can also go back and see few of the sessions which were live sessions on YouTube, free live sessions. So the channel name is Coachix Live. You can also follow us on LinkedIn for any of the upcoming posts. So okay, this was the last thing I wanted to tell. Now I would like to take the doubts part. If you have doubt in any of the session, the today's session part, you can ask me.
Ma'am, this is Zed, and I have just one doubt, ma'am, regarding the projects. So, like you have mentioned, based on the technology, the topics, what all will be covered. Like we'll start with Excel, then SQL, then Tableau, Power BI. So, on each topic completion, post that we'll have the project, ma'am, or is it the at the ending of the course, ma'am, the project part?
No, the project will be given to you by the end of your particular tool. Okay, so like once you finish Excel, you'll be also told like one hands-on project will be taken during your sessions. So you will get the intuition how you have to approach for any of the project, and then the topic will be given to you by the end of the session. So you can submit those project by end of your course. आपको कोर्स खत्म होने से पहले उसको सबमिट करना पड़ेगा.
Okay, ma'am, got it. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, so any more doubts? If you want me to go back to any of the slide, you want to reread any of the slide?
Ma'am, hello.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Shall I talk
what
to
about?
Yukti first?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yes, go on.
Ma'am, what about like placement assistant? Could you please give me some example for that? Like if we as a
Your
like
voice is
if you have the
breaking.
vacancy for IBM as a data. Hello, is it good, ma'am? Now?
Yes, now it is good.
Okay, ma'am. Could you please give me some like example, or it would be a like example for if we have the vacancy for IBM. Could you please give me some example that how we would be selected for this process and all that?
Yeah, so actually, as Rushali ma'am told, first you have to do all of the technical assignments, projects, you GitHub profile, then we will guide you for the resume and LinkedIn profile. Once this all is done, once you have cracked your mock interview too, then we will start sending you the openings which are available in the market, and we will request for your resume. The resumes which are getting shortlisted and fitting into the criteria will be shared with the company, and company will be directly approaching you for the interview. Very rarely they approach us for the interview. So if they are approaching us, we will schedule the interview. If they are directly approaching you, they will shortlist you for the interview. This is what happens for minimum 2 years from the day of passing out.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
So as I show you, I can show you the stats from in last 1 week. We have shared approximately 25 openings with the candidates who are eligible for the interview. Any other doubts?
Hello, ma'am. Saddam here.
Yeah, hi.
Hello. Ma'am, I've gone through the project's brochure and I can see that you will be scheduling us with 2 mock interviews. So my question is, what if we fail in that interview? Are you
Sorry,
going to allow us for more interviews?
I didn't get you actually. You're saying that if you don't clear the mock interview in 2 rounds,
Yes,
you are
yes.
asking that will there be more rounds? Yes, definitely
Yes.
there will be more rounds. If you've been prepped for all of the modules, and just because of some technical gaps you're not able to clear the mock interview, definitely we will help you with the 3rd and 4th round also. It's not a concern.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions, friends? Shall we conclude the session then?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Thank you. Have a happy Sunday.
Thank
Roshali,
you.
you can
Thank you so
conclude
much,
the
ma'am.
session.
Wish you the same,
Thank
ma'am.
you so
Thank you,
much,
guys.
guys.
Take care. Bye bye. Happy Sunday. Thank you.